Okay, so we're going to run one more test just to give you one last bit of practice at it. And we're going to remove our dependent variable and let's select a new one. For this one, let's pick total self-esteem. So now we're going to look at age, sex, and self-esteem. We're really not going to change any of the settings that we had before. Let's make sure that age group by sex is still in there for the plot, so we'll continue with that. Our post hoc tests will still run Tukey, Bonferroni, and least square difference, so that's good. We'll go under options. We're not going to play around with this, and let's go to descriptive statistics, estimates of effect size, observed power, and homogeneity tests. So now we're just going to essentially run the same analysis, but use total self-esteem as the dependent variable. So we click OK, and up comes our output. And again, here's our ends. There's our 5 groups. That's not going to change from the last um, output that we looked at. And then here are our descriptive statistics. Here are all of our means. Now, in the literature, what we tend to find is that the highest ratings of self-esteem are with older people. And even as you get into the elderly as well, you see the highest ratings of self-esteem. So what we might expect to see in the means is that these means increase as people get older. So what you'll see here is, 32, 31, those are, not too bad scores, I suppose. Goes up a little bit for the 25 to 32 year olds, and then we get all the way down to the 50 plus, and they're up at 34. So it does seem to increase a little bit. Doesn't look like huge increases, especially given the standard deviation. So we'll see if we're going to end up with a main effect for age. In terms of quality of variance, homogeneity assumption, we're good. It came close to being significant, but it wasn't. We come down here to the tests of between subjects effects. And we have a corrected model that's giving us a p-value of 0.006, so it's saying there's something in there. Do we have a main effect or an interaction effect? And it looks like the main effect for age is coming through at 0.002 and an F of 4.437. Okay, there doesn't look like there's a main effect for sex though, so men and women don't seem to differ over across the data, and then there's no interaction. So we come down to our post hocs, and what is Tukey telling us? Tukey is saying, look, the 18 to 24-year-olds seem to have lower self-esteem than do the 25 to 32-year-olds, the 41 to 49-year-olds, and the 50 plus, but about the same as the 33 to 40-year-olds. So we're going to get sort of an interesting little graph there where it looks like we might get a little bit of a dip in self-esteem ratings right around the 33 to 40-year-olds. So we come down, look straight down here, and you'll find again, look how LSD comes up with significant differences kind of everywhere in comparison to Tukey. And I bet you that Tukey's going to agree with Bonferroni. And it sure does look like that pattern is the same between Bonferroni and Tukey. So we come down to those subsets. And you can see that the 18 and 24-year-olds and the 33 and 40-year-olds look the most similar. And then the 33 and 40-year-olds actually do overlap with the other age groups. And the profile plot looks like that. So that's the next example. When we do the write-up, we're going to report the main effect for age, and then report that sex was not significant as a main effect, and there was no interaction effect.